Welcome back to Riff, where Uncle Simon and Nephew Ben take a deep dive into Iron Maiden's back catalogue for a reaction series which is both cultural and musical.
Hell yes, it is. And we've come today to a tune. We're back on terra firma. We know where we are. I'm excited to do this one because obviously this tune always plays an integral part of Iron Maiden when they're live. But again, it's one of those. So I know the tune really well, but I don't think I ever will have listened to the record version. I think I will have only listened to live records, getting ready to go and scream it back at them. So I'm excited to see, in the context of what we've been talking about on Iron Maiden's self-titled debut album, that it's all quite raw and youthful. I'm excited to see what that sounds like here, and if there are any similarities or differences between this and the live one.
And as ever, to remind you all, we're deliberately picking the studio tracks because we want that kind of purity of what the band were trying to achieve and that purity of tone and so on.
Absolutely, and also the fact that I'm less likely to have heard it, so there's still a lot of new things for me to react to here.
Yeah, and don't forget as well that the recording you heard of us at the start of this episode, we actually make that recording when we've listened to the track. So although it comes first as a kind of bring you right into it, we don't record it until we've listened to it. So first things first, let's quickly talk about the cover here, the famous Running Free cover. What do you notice, mate?
Eddie's hand coming out to grab them.
Then who's that he's running away from?
Oh, hang on. That looks like the guy in Lord of the Rings, the dude.
I wonder if that's not Eddie though, with his hair all up like that from the front of the cover. That maybe there are two Eddies.
Yeah, well, or excuse me, or did they just not have the lore established yet?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that like Eddie only becomes Eddie once they commit to it. And that sort of starts to happen by like when they're talking about the concept art for album 2, right? Of like, let's use this guy again.
Maybe, but they already had him as an Ed on stage. Eddie the Ed was already a thing on stage.
Oh, really? Tell me about that.
Yeah. This is part of their sense of trying to be theatrical, was this big Ed thing that appeared. And I encourage you all to Google and go back and look at some very grainy footage of those early gigs. But Eddie's been there right from the off. Really.
Right, so I'm wrong. So then, like, who is this and who?
Yeah,
I mean, are we to assume that that's Paul who's running?
No, Paul had short hair, but it's Steve. I think
Steve's running, and he's running away from one ghoul into the next.
Into this, and maybe it's the fan. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you that's running, because this song is very fan driven. What else do you notice about the graffiti, though?
Have they got other bands written there? Does that say
Led
Zeppelin,
AC/DC, Scorpions,
Judas Priest?
Hammersmith Odeon, there you go.
Running theme of garbage and rubbish in their album artwork so far. There's a big rubbish bin in the main album cover for this record.
That was what the UK looked like at the end of the 70s. So
a bit like Bangkok today.
Yeah, so not a nice place.
Iron Maiden logo is different there. It's got a longer bit on the M.
Yeah, good spot.
Which is cool.
But still, the core iconography is here. And so,
totally.
You know this song well. And one of the things I think is so interesting about this song is, in some ways, this is not a very Iron Maiden song, and yet it's absolutely part of the canon. So, let's dig straight in.
It could be Stand and Deliver at this point.
What I find fascinating personally about this song is, like, if I listen to it like this, not like this, but if I'm listening to it driving along in the car or whatever, I'm always a bit meh about it.
Yeah.
And that's really surprising, because this was like an absolute gateway song for me. It felt like it spoke to teenage me in a really,
Yeah.
really profound way,
Uh-huh.
and I adore it live. I absolutely adore its place in the live set.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's just something quite primal about and not very Maiden about that
Completely.
just like it's just basic some floor toms, isn't it? Like it's just
Yeah, completely. Primal's exactly the word. When you've got those like raw, pretty repeated, simple drum patterns, like it really like it speaks to the animalistic part of us, right?
yeah. And then so you get the drum beat, and then you get uh, sort of hypnotic bass line with
Uh-huh.
Steve Ash,
Yeah.
which is remarkably simple for him,
Um,
and it's the bedrock of the entire song, right? That
the
dum,
whole way
ba-dum,
through. And that's the really nice thing that we know it's about the crowd and it's about the interaction with the crowd because at any moment that Paul or Bruce want to speak to the audience and do that chat thing, it's back to the it's just like it's an amazing vamp to sit on whilst he goes scream for me, you know. Um,
yeah.
and they can always come back to that bit, which is why it works perfectly, like right towards the end of the set. It's like remind me, is this the last number or before the encore?
I don't think always, but it has regularly been the last number before the.
Before the
No, there's not one before. I think that.
is it always they just play Running Free, then Iron Maiden,
Yeah, typically,
and then they'll
typically,
end on
and they haven't
whatever?
all. They haven't. I haven't. I don't think they've played this every tour recently.
Have they not?
No,
Oh,
well,
I thought
again,
it was like an important part of the
again,
law that they always played this.
comments below. I think it has a special status as well because as they were becoming established, so probably by the time the second album's out, they did a live EP,
Mhm.
and it's on the live EP with the crowd interaction. So to the point you made previously about knowing what to expect,
Yeah.
that live record was really helpful in terms of understanding what was coming. So let's go back. We're going to go back to the beginning, and let everyone enjoyed these primal drums. Just it's almost like at every stage they're resisting being Iron Maiden.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally. Even in the fact that they're shuffling it.
Yeah,
It's got
everything about
swing to it.
yeah. And
Um,
the only thing that's Iron Maiden is, of course, it's E minor, C, and D at the
yeah, totally.
guitar chords. It's a really good song to learn if you're starting out with the guitar, because even if you can't make a full bar chord, you only need to hold two strings down. It's not quick.
Yeah, totally. It's that.
It's
Also, like
and you can play along and feel fun.
that kind of thing. It's really
Yeah,
nice and easy. Yeah.
it's easy, it's fun, and you can feel like you're playing along with a
So
real
totally,
song.
it's really
Mm.
rewarding to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just 16, being drunk, out of money, out of love. I got nowhere to call my own. Hit the gas and here I go. I'm running free, yeah. I'm running free. I'm running free, yeah. Oh, I'm running free. I spend the
Right, super catchy chorus, like by Maiden standards.
And they got to it really quickly. It was
Yeah.
always about that bit. It wasn't like we've had like a big long poetic maiden lead up to the chorus. It was just like a few things to say, chorus, let's go.
Are there backing vocals at this point, or is
Yeah,
it
I
just
think I
Paul?
think there are. Yeah,
So I think we'll notice in a bit. But one thing that struck me is that this is quite AC/DC in there. Maiden don't typically have that everyone trot up to the mic to do a backing vocal,
yeah.
do they?
No, well, other than not till later, not till later. I'm always thinking about that bit where Bruce calls for Adrian to sing the "Spend your time always living in those
Right,
golden
but
years." way later.
But that's Adrian's song.
Yeah.
It's not being used as an indicator of this is the bit the crowd sings, which AC/DC and Malcolm and Cliff would come to the mic and do a bit of the call and repeat of the chorus.
Yeah.
It feels really. This is really rock. It's almost glam rock.
Yeah.
With that.
Totally.
Okay.
Spend the night in any jail. Listen to sirens wail. They ain't got a thing on me. I'm running wild. I'm running free. 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 Get out my way.
I just want to stop there because this is an Iron Maiden song, and we've had an intro, 2 verses, and a chorus, and we're only just over a minute.
Yeah.
Like in many other Iron Maiden songs, we wouldn't even have got out the prelude by this
Do you know
point.
what? It's funny. Like, if this is track 3 on Iron Maiden, right?
You're testing me now. You're testing
Or
me.
have we skipped something?
We might not be being entirely. It's track 3 as it appears, I think. So yeah, let's say it's track 3.
It's track 3. Not very
please feel
cohesive
free to
album
correct
so
it.
far,
No,
is it? It's that, again, that youthful collection of ideas. And so this is, remind me of the producer,
oh,
Martin.
no, Martin Birch is after this.
Okay. So I'm testing you with all the questions. Okay, well, if
Will-
it's not Martin Birch, that makes sense. But I feel like as a producer, I'd be going like, guys, these are 3 great songs, but like to open an album, like you need something that at least defines who you are a bit clearer than this. All of it, because in hindsight, we know all of these things to be very Iron Maiden things. But as a producer, I'd be looking at this going like, this isn't really sitting together, which to me must mean that Steve's insistence on his vision was clear from the very beginning, right?
No, I wonder if these songs hadn't been conceived in the cauldron of live
Yeah.
and so felt cohesive live,
Uh-huh.
and then they were put on an album and inevitably stuff happens.
Yeah.
So as a teenager, I adored this record on the album, this song on the album.
Yeah.
But as I say, now it leaves me, it doesn't have the same impact. So I think I think it's difficult to see through the lens
Uh-huh.
of now. But it's true that it doesn't feel that it automatically goes with Prowler and Remember Tomorrow.
Not at all. Again, this could be an album closer for the
Yeah,
same reason.
and-
But look, I can listen to as much Iron Maiden and other records from the 60s, 70s and onwards. Not being there and not being a musician at the time, I'm never going to be able to fully appreciate what the context was and like how people went about making records.